So put your pen right here. Now from A, just what number is opposite of A?
16.
Okay. And what's your adjacent? Okay. So your opposite is 16. And then your adjacent is 12. You see what we're doing here? Okay. Now, I'd like you to turn that into a fraction, or a decimal, excuse me, without a calculator.
It's like 1.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Without a calculator, you can do it. You're brilliant, young people.
1 and 1.
Right? Reduce it. 3 goes into 4 how many times? Once, with how much left over? 1/3, 1.3333. All right. Got it? Now, cosine is ka. So we go like that, right? Now notice, I've changed the angle on you, haven't I? See that? Now that's cosine of C. Now you have to put your pencil on C. Physically put your pencil because your opposite and adjacent's going to change. It's AH. What's adjacent now to C? What's adjacent? Out loud? 16 is now adjacent. Before it was opposite. Do you see how that changes? And then this is the hypo. So now we're going to go 16 over 20. To get it to a decimal, that I take it down to 4/5. Once you do this verbally, do go like this. 5 goes in 100 how many times? Evenly. 20. 20 times 4? 80. Do. There it is. Yes, sir.
Wait, isn't it for cosine, isn't it adjacent?
It is adjacent. That's now adjacent.
Oh.
Okay, it's really important you guys get this. Watch carefully. When you change your angle position, it changes your opposite and adjacent. Hypo is the only thing that's set in concrete. Hypo will never change. Opposite and adjacent does. Okay, let me do one more with you because I think some of you didn't catch that. So sine of A, that's so, like this. Now, put your pencil on A. Now we're back on A. Out loud, what's opposite of A? 16, what's hypo? Okay, there it is again. 16, 20, which is 4/5 times 100. Got it? Okay, you do the next 3 on your own. Go. To the best of your ability, do this without a calculator. Oh, guys, can I ask permission today? I'd like to take some picture of us in our new chairs, going from like rows to stuff, so we can say like, wow, we're having a good time with you. Do you mind if I take a few pictures during class time today? It's only going up to our principal. If I get a collective, like, I absolutely do not want pictures taken, I won't. But is it okay?
Can I photo bomb like?
Be my guest. Is that okay? All right. All right, guys. So you're work the next 3. Work the next 3. I'll show you the answers, but try to do this on your own. And to the best of your ability, try not to touch a calculator. If you absolutely need to, that's fine. Okay, guys, you should be just about finished. If you know what you're doing, your rapid fire today is page 5. You can work on that while you're waiting. I'm going to wait about 30 more seconds. ready? Take a peek. Check. Yes? Okay, now I want you to do something. There's something I want you to observe. There's an interesting pattern. So take your pencils, please. I want you to do this with me. I want you to box cosine of A, box it. And I'd like you to box the answer, 0.8000. Now I'd like you to box sine of A. Now I'd like you to box its answer. 0.8000. Here's another one. I'd like you to circle cosine of A. I'd like you to circle its answer, 0.6000. I'd like you to circle cosine of C. And I'd like you to circle its answer. Okay, I want 10 seconds of silence. I just want you to think about it just for a second. There is a pattern there. There's some sort of correlation, some sort of connection. 10 seconds thinking about it of yourself. Okay, I want you to swing around 2s and 3s. See if, talk it through. What kind of correlation do you see going on here? Go. What kind of correlation do you see going on here? Talk about it. Talk about it. 2s and 3s. Talk about it. Find somebody to talk to. If you don't know what's going on, yeah.
Yeah, like the cosine and the sine. I don't know.
Can you guys see it? The cosine of one angle is the sine of the other. You see that?
I think
Cosine of one is the sine of the other. Okay, guys, we call A and C complementary angles. Complementary angles. And complementary angles, that means in complementary angles, it's the two angles that are not the right angle. Any two angles, or the other two angles, or the acute angles of a right triangle, those are called complementary. The sine of one is always going to be the what of the other? Cosine. So the cosine of one and the other is going to be the sine. So that's a little trick you should recognize. Okay, that's how you find trig ratios. Now we're going to use them. That's what you guys do last night. We'll work through this kind of quickly. Ready? Step one, whenever you work with this, you must start by sweeping the physical angle. Turn the page. Okay, from there, label opposite, adjacent, and hypo. Alrighty, in your reference booklets, I want you to open up your reference booklet. I want you to find this section that says trigonometry. Find this section. It's the green section. It's specially colored. Alright? It's specially colored because this by far is the most important section in your reference booklet. Those of you like it yellow, it's your yellow header. Turn the page until you see this one single page. Okay, it looks like this on the top. One single page looks like this on the top. You see it? Find it so you can see it. Yeah, there you go. Ready? Okay. I want you to take this one page. This one page. Ready? Flex it to your chest like so. Repeat after me. Say, my best friend. Because in trigonometry and in this section and the rest of the year, this one piece of paper is literally your best math friend. And if there is one single piece of paper that should follow you, like for several years, you literally, about 5,000 pieces of paper come through your hands in this class. Okay, and I'm saying out of all of those handouts, out of literally hundreds and hundreds of hours that I put into the handouts, this is the one that's going to follow you. All right, now let's look at what it gives you. It's your right triangle toolbox. Look here. The recipe is this. If we have two sides and we need a third side, what do we do? Read that out loud. Yes, if we have a right triangle with a 45-degree angle, what do we use? The table, 45, 45, 90 table. This one, the yellow it's been fixed, and the green it's not. If you have a right triangle with a 30 or 60 degrees, you need to change that. Those of you in the green, you use the table. Yes, I forgot to when I cut and paste. That's 3 of your 5 right triangle toolbox. Now look towards the bottom. Here's your last 2 tools. Here, if you have a right triangle with an angle and you need a side, write the word side real big on the left. You work this column. That's what we're doing today. It'll go real fast. And if you have a right triangle with 2 sides and you need an angle, this is going to be the next class. Work this. Now they look related, so be careful not to mix these up. On the left hand is what you do for sides. On the right is what you do for angles. You good? All right. So we are going to be here today. Keep that under your nose as we do this. Okay, here we go. Ready? Follow with me. If we want to solve for x here, we have the what side? Out loud? Jason, put an A there. We want the opposite, put an O. I have an OA combo. In what goes with OA? You should pop that out instantly. What goes with OA? TOA. So you write exactly this. Guys, please, I beg you, do not do your plugins right off the bat. Copy exactly that down. You can write tangent, abbreviate tangent, tan theta over 1 equals opposite over adjacent. Don't get lazy and do your plugins right away. Yes, Yago. No. This, sir, is your only consistency. Do you understand? This is the only thing you always do. You always copy that down, Yago. Then you do circle, plug, check. Tangent, our theta is 28. So we're going to write tan 28. Put parentheses around that because it's not 28, it's tan 28. That's a single unit. Over 1 equals opposite. Circle, physically pick it up by circling. Over adjacent, circle, physically pick it up by circling. Now it's easy. Now we're back to what we were doing right before Christmas. Bunch of cross multiplying. Okay, guys. Now, really important, you don't touch the calculator until the variable is by itself. Is the variable by itself here? Yes or no?
No. Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. So now what you do is you go to your calculators. If you know how to do this, crank it out. But the rest of you, I'm going to show you how to do it up here. It's going to be tan 28 times 11. Okay. Ready? How many of you have one of these big screen calculators? Big screens. Okay. Turn it on. And you need to make sure you're in degree mode. So you hit mode. Down, down, over. Degrees is flashing. That's a big screen. That's the TI 8483s. Hit enter. Everybody else, degree is default. Now, everybody touch the tan button. Raise your hand if you see the word tan. You see the word tan. Okay, you're following me now. If you touch the tan button and you don't see it, you're going to be the other instructions, okay? So, follow me. It's going to be tan 28. So you hit tan 28. Notice I closed the parentheses there. Yes. Otherwise, it's going to be tan 28 times the 11 inside the parentheses. So it's like tan times 200 and something or other. That's fine too. Okay. Ready? Times 11. Hit enter. And if you've done this right, you should be getting 5.848 blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, the others. You hit tan, you don't see tan. Now you follow me, because you have to go not backwards, but different. Ready? We start, for tan 28, we start with 28. So we go 28. Follow me now. Hit the tangent button. Who's following me right now? Good. Now you go times 11 equals and you should get the same thing. Yes, sir. Oh, you have the calculator for me. Yes. No, you don't. There's a certain kind of calculator where they hide the trig ratios and you can't actually see. But you follow that one. You follow the left. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Because what happens is if I have one student and now I have to do a third instruction just for the one student, and yeah, I shouldn't say calculator for me. Calculator from I don't know Sahara Desert, whatever's miserable. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So you should take your final answer to the second decimal place. And there it is. That's how hard that is. Second. Yes. Second or third. Just two rules. Never give me a whole number unless it is a whole number.